Hello, my name is Chris, and you're watching Yogventures Developers Video Log number 11. In today's episode, we're happy to announce that we're releasing the alpha version of Yogventures to all of the backers of that level. We cannot thank you guys enough for all your support and help during this time and your patience while we work through all the development and getting Yogventures out to you. We know that it's been a trying experience with all the delays and things like that, but we are very, very happy with the progress that we've made in this new update, and I would like to show off some of the new features and some of the really amazing work that some of our artists have been able to do in the last couple of months. The one thing you'll notice right away is that the loading time hasn't been significantly decreased. In fact, it may be a tiny smidge longer than it was before, and that's due mainly to the fact that there's a ton more content that the game has to load and manage. As we progress through the various different point releases and updates and optimizations to the engines and things like that, then we should be able to reduce this load time pretty significantly. But as we are a small team and we have to point our resources in a laser-like fashion, each feature has to kind of be developed as quickly as we can with the resources that we have available to us. So I apologize, the load times are still a little bit long, but the end result, I think everyone will agree, is really, really good. So the main feature that we've added in this alpha release, the thing that we really wanted to make sure that we got at least a good first pass on before we released alpha, was character customization. So that's what the bulk of this update is going to be about, and let me just show you right away. So here is our very basic generic guy character for Yogventures. As you can see, he's very kind of attractive, you might want to say. He's a very good-looking character, and we've tried really hard to make a very pleasing human character for our first race. Humans are going to be our first character race, and they are the only ones that have been included in our character customization, but let's just go ahead and look through them. So if you hit C on your keyboard now, you'll see these spiffy new windows pop up, and you can obviously see just from their descriptions what you think they're probably going to be able to do. So I'm just going to go over the basic features real quick, just so that we can get a broad overview, and then I'm going to leave it to you guys to go ahead and just explore all the different options under here and make us videos in response. So we'd love to see the characters that you come up with and what you do with this character customization. Now this is just the first pass, but here's one of the main things that you can do. So this skin button here will change the actual texture being used on the skin of the body of the character. So we've included a bunch to get started, mainly variations of kind of the same themes. But as the weeks and months progress, we're going to have a lot more that we're going to add to it, and hopefully we'll have a way at some point where you can even upload your own or paint your own versions of these skins. So of course skins are just one thing, but we promised we were going to do a lot more than that. So if we look at his head here and we click these head buttons, you'll see that we are changing his nose and his jaw shape, and then he has like the same different noses for the same different jaws and things like that. Again, this is just our first pass at doing this. We're going to have a lot more controls and probably separate controls for every feature that we can afford to produce for you. So then let's just turn on his hair. So these little checkboxes mean on or off. So we could turn on his hair, and then when his hair is on, now this color slider comes into play. So the color slider is all about changing just the facial hair of the character, and that's not just his actual hair, that's also his eyebrows, and if he's wearing a mustache. And we have a lot of epic mustaches that I think people will really enjoy being able to. We have everything from the sublime to the ridiculous for mustache variations, and of course, who could forget the beards? So we've got tons and tons and tons of various beard options, and like I said, these color changing sliders will allow you to really customize the total look of your character. We've got a bunch of different hairstyles. That one there was just for using under helmets. And speaking of helmets, we've also got a bunch of different equipment that we can show off for the first time. So let me turn on his helmet, and we're going to work on it so that the helmets have versions of the hair that work inside of the helmets, because they can't all fit. So let me just go to one that does. So here's the helmet you're probably pretty familiar with from our last incarnation of Honeydew, and then we've got a bunch more that are all looking really spiffy. I really like how they turned out. I hope you guys enjoy them as well. And of course, it doesn't stop at helmets. We've got shoulders, tons of shoulder pad variations and all kinds of types. In game, these shoulders will all have different, and helmets, this equipment will all have different stats and provide you different benefits. But in this version of alpha, it's just for show. So the gloves also have a number of really cool options. Belts, and of course boots, and things like that. So these are just the first steps to customize your character. And with this alone, you can make quite a few different variations. But of course, we can't just have just one kind of guy. So this body button that I've been avoiding up till now, this body will actually switch your entire character. So that is a skinnier version of that same guy. And then we've got what we're calling the big brawlers. They're a good 1.5 feet taller than the regular guys. And then this brawler's been a little bit overindulging on the Jaffa cakes and things like that, so he's got a little bit of extra added weight to him. And then of course, how could we have a Yogventures game without a dwarf? There he is, Honeydew the dwarf. We'll probably change his beard to be more like our favorite character. Simon's beard is very distinct. You got to be very orangey, gingery. But yeah, there he is. So I'm going to go through the other bodies real quick. We've got our first look at our female characters. She's looking very nice. Just the standard female. And then we've got the larger, what we're calling the Amazonian. And then, of course, how could we not have a female dwarf for Simon to fall in love with? So one of the things that we get asked a lot is, are we going to have the other Yogscast characters? So obviously you can make Honeydew pretty easily. What about Zephos? So the Zephos's skin is actually pretty easy to attain. We'll just turn off everything real quick. And his beard is in here somewhere, right? There's his beard. He's got a darker color to his look. His brows are much thinner. Oh, that was his hair right there. Any of these hairs probably works pretty well for Zephos. But his skin doesn't look right. But if we keep looking, there he is. Zephos in all his glory. All he needs is a ray gun, right? And then, what about Fumblemore? He's in here too. Again, all you have to do is just keep trying different options, and you can make almost anything that you can think of. And what you can't make right now, we're going to listen to you. You're going to provide us feedback of something that you want to be able to make, and then we're going to put that in for you. And we'll just keep updating this until it is what everyone wants it to be. Because we want everyone to be able to turn Yogventures into what the game that they want to be able to play, with the characters they want to be able to see doing the things that they've always wanted to do with the Yogs cast and the cast and crew of the series. So there's Fumblemore, and as you can see, we've done quite a bit of updating to the animation engine. The animations are a lot more smoother. There's now an actual behavioral tree and a blend tree for the animations. Unity itself has gone through a very extensive upgrade for their animation system, so we've been able to leverage that and rework all of our animations to work with it. So as a just a sneak peek of what could be coming in the near future, we've added a few fun little examples right here. So if you hit K on your keyboard, you'll be able to see some different examples. So Fumblemore taking a punch, or doing some speed bag work, or a karate chop, throwing something, cheering, and just for fun, dancing around Gangnam style, of course. So there's a lot of new changes that's been happening to the alpha. A lot of stuff that I didn't get to go over in this update. So watch out for more updates to come. Obviously, one thing you notice right now is that the sky's gone all dark. So that one of the things is the day-night cycle. So we'll go over the new changes in the videos to come. But for now, I just wanted to say thanks very much to all of the Kickstarter backers. There's no way we could have done any of this without you. I'm so happy and grateful for your patience and your support during this time as we developed it. It's been a real pleasure working on this so far, and we're just so excited to keep going and making it as great as we possibly can. So thanks again, and until next time, my name is Chris.